Now, it takes an awful lot to get me in the passenger seat of a car unless I'm getting a hot lap around a racetrack. But since there's 37% less traffic on the road, it's time to teach somebody how to drive stick.
The very first automatic was introduced by General Motors in 1941, and those that drive have strong feelings about which is better, a manual or an automatic.
This is my adopted son, Michael, and Michael has never driven a stick before, so this is the first time he's ever sat in one. Why don't you give it a go, push the clutch and the brake together, start it, make sure it's in neutral, put it into first, and let that clutch out.
Alright, so first is straight up.
First is straight up, to the left.
So I just accidentally put in third?
Yeah.
Alright. So then, we don't need those. So slowly release the clutch, I know that much. Oh, it's the opposite of my car. So slowly release the clutch. So clutch and brake at the same time, or just the clutch?
Yeah, so let the brake off. What'll happen is as you release the clutch, you don't need to give it any gas because the vehicle will rev. So release the clutch and then give it...
I stalled it already.
Oh look, we stalled it. It's going to be a long day.
It is going to be a long day.
30 years ago, 71% of vehicles on American roads had automatic transmissions, and today it's more than 96%. I was a little unfair to Michael and gave him the new Hyundai Veloster N in a manual to drive, which has 271 horsepower and is a race rocket on the road. It didn't take long to put a smile on his face.
How easy this is.
Okay, this is... So then clutch down. And clutch up. Okay, this isn't that bad. Slow down.
While most companies have little luck with manual transmission sales, Mini will offer 7 new models in manual transmissions, and they may add more before the end of the year. Strategic Vision report that Mini is the #1 fun-to-drive brand in America. We asked Pat McKenna, head of Mini Marketing and Communications, via Zoom, why Mini owners in America love manuals.
The reality is automatic transmissions, including Minis, have come so far in terms of efficiency. We now have dual clutch transmissions, which take out, some of the power loss that used to be associated with automatics. But there's nothing quite like running through the gears, first through sixth, especially in this country where speed limits are a fact of life. And that's where I think American Mini owners especially really like to use the stick shift as just a level of engagement.
You may be surprised to know that some dealers report 40% of selected Mini models that they sell are manuals. There is hope for the manual transmission, and if you have never driven a manual, get out and do it before we get back to high traffic on the roads.
There's no question that Veloster N is fun to drive in the manual, and it makes some great sounds too.
I'm having too much fun. I'm Nik Miles.